Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. What's good, what's good, what's good? Whew, it's been a long morning. I'm not feeling 100% today. I was going to go down to the city, go to client's office, and I'm just not 100. So I'm moving a little bit slow. So don't hold that against me. And we did get snow, and we're supposed to get snow, a little bit more snow later. I looked at my car because I was going to go anyway. Then I was like, why would I go feeling sick and try to make other people feel sick? That's not nice. So I said, nah. But let's get into this. Crypto Mom Hester Peirce. I announced this a couple of days ago, but I wanted to go over it again. Hester Peirce says that most memes do not fall under SEC supervision. So now I just want to know, so what would make a meme fall under SEC supervision? Like, how does that work? What's the determination? So I want to read up on that. But I wanted to bring it out so that we're all aware, because I think a lot of us want to read up on that because it's going to have a huge impact. It's going to have a huge impact on celebrity coins, right? It's going to have a huge impact on court cases, ongoing court cases, because they don't fall. She's like, no, they don't meet this criteria. What's that criteria? Ooh, that could change. That could change the court case, the class action suit being brought against Pump.Fund. It could change the class action lawsuit being brought against Coinbase. It can change, lawsuits right now that are ongoing against different people for so-called rug pulls. There are a lot of things that this can have an effect on, and this is going to complicate things. I'm dying to see how it all plays out. Then with regard to CBD, and hold it, and something else with regard to meme coins, MoonPay took $160 million loan and got help from Ripple and Galaxy Digital's Mike Novogratz. Why? To handle the Trump launch, the Trump meme coin launch. And I'm just like, wow, how did that happen? That's interesting. Nothing nefarious happened. Cut that out. It's just interesting how these deals get cut and why. So yeah, I'm interested in how that all happened. So I'm looking at that. And since then, it hit a high of 77 and dropped like a rock. From 77, it's now about $15. I'm standing by what I say. I still think it's going to be $100 at some point. They'll revisit this, they'll pump it up, and it'll hit again. Because who's holding the most of it? There you go. That's why I'm just like, I took profit before, but I left just a little bit in there just in case. I'm telling you, I think it's going to make money. I really do. Let me put it to you like this. I'm bold enough that I would get in now at $15 and watch it jump to and double my money when it jumps to 30. I know a lot of people are tripping. That's just because the market goes up. There's certain coins that are not going to move on their own. They're only going to move because the market is going up. I think this is going to be one of them. Just saying. Right? Then like I said, I'm looking at England, and there's a governor, there's a central bank governor, Bank of England governor, and he's saying, Andrew Bailey, I believe his name is, and I'm kind of like, he's like, I don't understand why we need a CBDC, but you're going to have strict regulations on stablecoins. What would a CBDC do? Some of these countries that were really hot on doing a CBDC, we got to do the research, we got to do something, got to react. Exactly, got to react. It's too late for that. You have stablecoins now. So what would a CBDC do that a stablecoin can't do, other than not be controlled by your country? Maybe. Depends on your regulations, right? That's the big deal. So he's like, it's highly, stablecoins are highly regulated, for financial stability. So what does that mean? It doesn't mean they're only going to work with stablecoins that have, I don't know, a 1-for-1 reserve, fiat, 1-for-1 fiat or equivalent in reserve? Or, are they going to allow algorithmic stablecoins. I'm thinking they're probably not going to allow algorithmic stablecoins, which is going to be unfortunate because I can see a lot of money going going underground. What's the, everybody wants, alternative stablecoins, right? But they neglect to say that that one stablecoin has the most trading pairs. The most trading pairs. And you're not going to be able to tell people, oh, well, you just won't be able to get it. That's not going to fly. That's not going to fly. So I think you're going to see a rush. If they squeeze too hard, you're going to see a rush, just out of traditional finance. And that's what's got everybody, that's what's got them, the big boys worried. Just saying this, I'm putting it out there. True, true, true. I mean, I'm not worried, but it's interesting, right? The more you squeeze, the more you push people away, the more the more this other area grows. We don't want to work with Tether. You don't? Oh, okay. All right. So which one of your stable coins is going to replace it? How many of your stable coins would have to replace it? They're not there. Because one of the rules could be, oh, well, you can only have pairs with certain things. Like, people aren't going to go for that. So I'm interested to see what the regulations are going to be country by country on stablecoins. It's going to be very interesting. Very, very. Yeah, pay attention. Now, Tether has a legacy mesh system now that will connect legacy, portions of its architecture to new areas using a bridge without intermediaries. That's the big deal, because it means their security posture is smaller. It means their security is tighter. That's what that means. And so I'm kind of interested in how that works. Also, they're using Arbitrum as a liquidity hub. Arbitrum, what? Very interesting to me. Very, very, very interesting to me. Another big announcement, BNB Chain is like, yeah, we've got a 2025 tech roadmap, and it includes artificial intelligence and faster transactions. Yeah. So I'm wondering if some of these chains are going to start leveraging AI to gird themselves against quantum computing. Not a term you hear a lot of, right? But quantum computing is a very big deal. It's a very big deal. What was it? Tether was like, oh, we could use, quantum computing to get back, some of those, lost Bitcoin wallets. But that also means that you could break Bitcoin wallets. Like, sometimes I think people need to learn how to think. I'm just saying that's more than a controversial statement coming out of there. And I covered it yesterday, so you can go watch yesterday's video to go see more about that. But BNB Chain's 2024 roadmap is a very big deal. And the reason why is because everybody's talking about how much people build on Solana. And I sit back and I go, no, meme coins build on Solana. Places like BNB Chain, Ethereum, those other places have real dApps being built. The hell is wrong with you? Right? Every time I hear somebody say, well, Solana, they've got the most development. No, they've got the most memes. That doesn't count as development. You didn't develop. Those aren't developers. You hit a launch pad, typed in a couple of things, and then poof, there was your meme coin. Yeah, nah. That's a big nah. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm looking at BNB Chain and I'm like, yeah, they're saying we're going to have AI along with other features, faster transactions. They're trying to get to 100 million transactions per day. That's big. And they're saying we're going to put all of these tools in the hands of our developers. Yeah, that's going to attract more developers. I'm telling you, I think Solana is down for a big loss. I think they're going to get hit. Will they make it in the short run? Hey, Stitchy. Will they make it in the short run? Sure. In the long run, things like this are going to give them a hit. A big hit. Look at you. That's my dog, Stitch. My big boy. What else do we have? We've got SEC reviewing multiple Solana ETFs. right? ETF applications. VanEck, Grayscale, Bitwise, 21Shares, Canary Capital, to name a few. Now, the big deal is that Grayscale was last week. So they're a week ahead, right? So 21 days from public review, that's the next stage. So 21 days, time it from last week, 21 days, 3 weeks. I'm just saying. So at the end of February, we'll be getting our first bit of news. Then in the first week of March, we'll be getting my daughter's week. That's the next bit of news. I think that's when you're going to start to see things start to rise. We could start to see things start to rise now, but I think CPI data, PPI data, CPI comes today, PPI comes tomorrow. I think you're going to see things still be wishy-washy this week. Next week, I'm expecting upward momentum. You'll see when I go over the numbers. I'll show you why. All right. Then we've got Microsoft training 1 million people in South Africa in artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. Why is that a big deal? Because everybody wants a labor arbitrage, meaning there's got to be another place in the world where, it's cheaper to have resources. India is a place where that used to be like that, but India's prices are now going up. And if you're in the United States and you're working with, resources in India, it's tough. It's tough. It's hard because the time change the time difference is big. It's big. And you need to have, your people nearby, right? Then you've got A16Z's Brian Quintenz is going back to the CFTC as its head. He was a commissioner there, and now he's going back to be its head, and that's a very big deal. I'm dying to see what happens. You should do some research on, that guy who's the richest in the world, David Sachs, people from A16Z. Go do some research on PayPal is what I would say. Go do some research. It's a very tight-knit group out there. Then you have BitGo having an IPO plan. You're seeing a lot of companies start to come out and say, hey, we're thinking about going IPO this year. Why? It's a totally different regime. Now, this year, next year, best time to go IPO. Best time to go IPO so far. And I'm thinking, yeah, you're going to have a lot of companies cashing in for that payday. A lot of companies are going to be cashing in for that payday. So BitGo, yeah, that's a smart move. Another smart move would be making sure that you're paying attention to what you're downloading onto your devices. There's a new malware called SparkCat. Of course, it has cat in the name because everybody's going, oh, SparkCat. Oh, that sounds really cool. And they download it. And guess what it's doing? It's attacking crypto wallets. Please be careful. It'd be very nice if you were careful. Be very, very careful. Right? Download only what you need and download only what you're sure about. And make sure you're downloading from places that you really can trust. Anyway, you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. We should absolutely get into the numbers. Let's pull that, push this. There you go. So you have earnings, Cisco Systems. We've got Brookfield Asset, Equinix, CME Group, Williams Companies. You have CVS, Exelon Corporation, Vertiv, HubSpot. So you have a lot. These are companies I'm interested in. Reddit was another one I was very interested in. Definitely want to know what's going on with them. Then, like I said, today we have CPI numbers coming out, and tomorrow we have PPI numbers coming out. And then the next day, we've got import price index numbers coming out and U.S. retail sales. Just saying, these are all things that are going to have an economic impact that Chairman Powell and the rest of them are going to be paying attention to, because he said we're not in a rush to lower rates, and he's absolutely right. Everybody else is saying you need to lower rates, you need to lower rates, you need to do this, you need to do. I'll tell you what. How about you go do the job? There are a lot of people out there crying for things, but they don't know how it actually works, what the long-term effects are. And this man and his team are trying to figure out what those long-term effects are going to be. There's a new regime, and there's got to be a tone set, period. So I think he's moving in the right direction. Let's wait and see how certain things play out. And these are a couple of certain things that need to get played out. What else do we have? The crypto fear and greed index is down to 46 from 47, so we're still in the fear territory. DeFi Llama, we've got $114 billion in total value locked. Not bad. Bitcoin, yeah, it's back to where it was. Now, here's something I'm paying attention to. If you look at how long, let me see if I can squeeze this in. November 20th, since November 20th, right there, bam, November 20th, we've been operating pretty much within my pink band, which is 93,434 to 99,655. The last time we consolidated within a band for any length of time, we popped up a lot. We popped up a lot. Here, you don't believe me? Look at this. We were down here in the blue band for a really long time. Look at this. We're down there bouncing along for a really long time. That's why I'm saying we should be paying attention, because when you come back over here, right, you start to see, oh, that's the difference. That's the difference. And you see how we came out of this. What announcement happened that brought us out of this happy space? This was a happy space for a couple of minutes. What brought us out of the happy space? Tariffs. What brought it? Then we hit another space. What happened? Tariffs. Now we're moving sideways again. Just saying, we're going to be moving sideways for another little bit, and then I think we take a roadmap up, because we start to get good news. I think we're going to start to see approvals for ETFs, and that's when we're going to start to see things move, right, in a positive fashion. You'll have other companies, other areas thinking about, oh, we're going to go IPO, and this is the timing, this is this is that. I think that's when we're going to start getting good news. I told you, within this time period, 2025, 2026, best time to go IPO. Best time to go IPO. Just saying. Then when you're looking at the big board, you've got all of this going on. And then you can't figure out, what's good, what's bad. Oh, man, come on. Yeah, because it was all messed up. I just wanted to refresh it. So you've got a lot of opportunities to do things. Ton, I think, is a good price. HBAR, I think, is a good price. Let's see. Not all of them are showing. Let me zoom out a little bit. There you go. So now you've got Link. That's definitely a good price for me to get in. I don't know about you guys, but that's a great price for me to get in. SHIB, that's a good price for me to get in. LTC, good price. XRP, ETH, Sol, BNB, Cardano. Cardano, I'm already making money. I had bought some last week. I told you guys I was going to be buying stuff. I bought some Cardano. I bought some XRP. BCH is good. I look at things just so I can see what's getting good. What, from a big picture perspective, where do I want to be? Then I start zooming in on the numbers. What kind of moves am I seeing here? What's the year to date? All that good stuff. And how I really get there is using the GMB crypto tracker, right? And let's take a look at the losers. So if you're looking at the losers, yeah, I'm kind of like, yeah, who's here? This whole list is nothing but losers, right? Hedera is down 5%, 5.57, GMBX factor of 1.51, they'll get that back. BitTensor is down 5.7, GMBX factor of 0.91, they'll get that back and then some. Same thing for Hedera, they'll get that back and then some. You keep going up, who do I see that I'm interested in? Aerodrome Finance, I have zero interest. I don't even know why they're in business. I have nothing against them, but I don't understand what their business model is. There's no differentiation to me. So they're down 6.93% with a GMBX factor of 1.95. They'll probably make that 1.95. They'll probably make that 1.95 GMBX factor. Not a problem. I have no reason to make a slot for them. Zero. Radium is down 7.26%. GMBX factor of 2.24. Yeah, I think they'll do it. GMBX factor of 5.62 for Celestia. They're down 7.4. I think they can do it. It's a chance. It's a long shot, but I think they're still in the realm of possibility. I think it can still happen. Meme coins to me are not going to come back for a while, if they come back. Dog with hat. I mean, look at that. GMBX factor of 7.05. I don't know. Curve Dow is never going to make that GMBX factor. I'm not mucking around with them. Athena, decent GMBX factor of 2.5, down 8.64%. You could still make money here, right? When I see big moves like this to the downward side, I'm just putting a time frame on when I think they'll come back and I'll make my money. Because again, you're down that much. That means my upside, just to get back to that point, my upside is going to be pretty awesome. Right? And I think the market is going to eventually going to come back. And when the market goes up, most of the market's going to go up. And depending on what coin you make, I think there's money to be made. That's what I'm looking at. Right? When you look at the winners, there aren't a lot. There aren't a lot. I don't even know what the heck that is, so I'm not going to talk about it. But there aren't a lot of winners. I have that 5% rule. There's nobody here except PancakeSwap being up 8.22% with a GMBX factor of 19.54. Is it possible they can make that GMBX factor? Maybe. I have a maybe on that one. I like PancakeSwap, but I think that's a maybe. Straight up. I just think it's a maybe. Nothing I can say or do about that one. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, smash the likes. Tell your friends about us. Definitely become a member. You become a member by going to growmybag.tv/sign-up. It's only $12 a year. $12 a year to become a bagger, and only $120 a year to become a big bagger. And that's when you get the private big bagger monthly video conference call where we're trading all kinds of trading ideas, tips, tricks, secrets, sharing coin notes with everybody. We do a lot. We just had one this past weekend, and it was awesome. It was so awesome that we've got big baggers clamoring for more meetings per month. Yes, it's coming. But we've got other things coming too, and we've got to finish those before I can move on to that. It's a lot of wear and tear, just saying. But it doesn't take a lot to join up. It does not take a lot. If you're serious about investing, $120 should not be a big deal at all. Again, go to growmyBag.tv/sign-up. A big bagger is only $120 and regular bagger is only $12. We're talking yearly. Yearly. Just saying. Just saying. There's a lot that goes on, and it's worth it. You know, in the past 2.5 years, I've published, or my company, my team has published over 7,000 articles. So when you sign up, you'll have access to all of that. And we've got a couple other gifts coming out too. I think you're going to be happy. Anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And absolutely, thank you for your trust. Have a great day. Bye-bye.